Picture a small, bustling town at dawn.
Wer se stridshum visse kvit hythm of ierli reisers.
The air carries the scent of fresh bread from a nearby bakery, mingling with the sharp tang of exhaust from delivery trucks.
In the heart of this town,
there is a tiny market stall wedged between a hardware store and a laundromat. It is nothing fancy, just a rickety wooden table covered with a faded cloth, stacked with apples, oranges, and a few wilted bunches of kale. Behind it stands Lily Harper, a young woman with tired eyes but a smile that could warm the coldest morning. Her hands, rough from years of manual labor, carefully arrange the fruit, her movements practiced yet gentle. Lily's life is not easy. She is 24, scraping by on what little she earns selling produce at this stall. Her days start before the sun rises and end long after it sets. She lives in a cramped one-room apartment above a noisy bar, where the walls are thin, and the landlord is always late to fix the leaks. But Lily does not complain. She can't afford to. Every penny she earns goes to keeping a roof over her head and food in her belly. Dreams, she has got those too.
Borit some wäre deb maibe a little shop of hair on one day.
Or a chance to go back to school. But for now, survival is her only goal.
Lily's world is small, but it is hers. She knows ever face in the market the old man who buys a single apple ever Tuesday.
The kids who try to sneak an orange when they think she is not looking. She is quick with a laugh, even quicker with kindness. People do not just come to her stall for fruit.
They come for her warmth.
For the way she listens when they talk about their aches and worries. She is the kind of person who makes you feel seen, even if it is just for a moment. But today, something's about to shift. Today, Lily's world is going to collide with someone else's, a collision that will change everything. Across town, in a glass tower that pierces the skyline, sits Ethan Caldwell, a billionaire CEO whose name is synonymous with success. At 42, he has built an empire in tech. His company's logo plastered on billboards and phone screens worldwide. Ethan's life is a study in contrasts to Lily's. His penthouse apartment gleams with marble and steel. His suits are tailored to perfection. And his schedule is a tightly orchestrated dance of meetings and private jets. But beneath the polished exterior, Ethan is a man adrift. His wealth can buy anything except the one thing he craves most: connection. His marriage ended years ago, leaving him with a son, Noah, who is 7 and autistic. Noah is Ethan's world, but it is a world he struggles to understand. Noah's meltdowns, his need for routine, his silence when Ethan longs for words, they weigh on him. Ethan loves his son fiercely, but he is haunted by the fear that he is failing him. The nannies and therapists help, but they can't fill the void in Ethan's heart. He is a man who has everything, yet feels like he has nothing. This morning, Ethan's driver is stuck in traffic, and Noah's routine is disrupted. The boy's anxiety spikes, his small hands flapping as he rocks back and forth in the back seat of the sleek black SUV. Ethan tries to soothe him, but his voice, usually so commanding in boardrooms, falters. Noah needs familiarity, a safe space, and the crowded city streets are anything but. On a whim, Ethan tells the driver to pull over near the market. Maybe some fresh air will help.
Maibe a vok will calm Noah down.
They step out, Ethan's polished shoes clicking on the uneven pavement, Noah clutching a small toy car to his chest. The market is alive with color and noise, overwhelming for a boy who thrives on predictability.
Noah's eyes start rund.
His breathing quickening. Ethan feels the familiar pang of helplessness. He is used to solving problems with money or strategy. But this is different. That is when it happens. Noah, overwhelmed, breaks free from Ethan's grip and darts into the crowd. Ethan's heart lurches. He calls out, weaving through shoppers, his eyes scanning frantically. Noah's small figure disappears near a fruit stall, Lily's stall. Lily's arranging apples when she hears a soft whimper. She looks down to see a boy curled up against the side of her table, his knees pulled to his chest, his toy car pressed against his cheek. He is rocking slightly, his eyes squeezed shut. Lily does not hesitate. She kneels beside him, her voice low and steady, like she is talking to a frightened animal. "Hey, little guy," she says softly. "You are okay. I am right here." She does not touch him. She senses he might not like that, but she stays close, her presence calm and grounding. She notices the way he grips his toy, the way his breathing hitches. She has seen kids like this before, at the community center where she sometimes volunteers. She knows he needs patience,
not pressure.
Lily reaches into her stall and pulls out a small,
perfect orange. She peels it slowly. The citrus scent filling the air.
Want to try this, she asks, holding out a segment but not pushing it on him.
Noah's eyes flicker open, drawn to the bright color.
He does not speak, but he reaches out, tentative, and takes the piece.
Lily smiles, not too big.
Just enough to let him know she is safe. She talks quietly, about the orange, about the market, about anything that might anchor him.
Minutes pass, and Noah's rocking's los.
He eats the orange, piece by piece, his small fingers sticky with juice. Lily stays with him, unbothered by the customers waiting, her focus entirely on this boy who needs her. Ethan finds them like this his son, calm for the first time that morning.
And this young woman,
a stranger, kneeling beside him with a gentleness that takes Ethan's breath away. He has seen Noah's meltdowns shut down entire rooms, frustrate even the best therapists. But here's this girl, in a worn apron, with no training.
No agenda, just pure, unfiltered kindness.
Ethan stands frozen.
Wettchen es Lily hands Noah another orange segment.
Her voice a soothing hum. For the first time in years, Ethan feels something crack inside him, not pain,
but so meeting softer.
Something he can't name. He is a man who has built walls around his heart. But in this moment, those walls tremble. Lily looks up, noticing Ethan for the first time. She stands, brushing her hands on her apron, and offers a shy smile.
Is he yours? She asks, nodding toward Noah. Ethan nods, his throat tight.
Thank you. He manages, but the words feel inadequate. Lily shrugs, like it is nothing, like helping a scared child is just what she does. But to Ethan, it is everything. He sees the frayed edges of her sleeves, the exhaustion in her eyes, the way she carries herself with a quiet strength.
He wants to say more,
to ask her name, but Noah tugs at his hand.
Ridi tu move. Ethan hesitates.
Then pulls a business card from his wallet and hands it to her.
If you ever need anything,
he says, his voice low. Lily takes the card, puzzled, and slips it into her pocket without looking at it. She does not know who he is. She does not know he is Ethan Caldwell, billionaire CEO.
To her,
he is just a dad, worried about his son.
Es Ethan and Noah walk away.
Lily returns to her stall, the card forgotten in her pocket. But Ethan does not forget. That moment, the orange, the gentleness, the way Lily saw Noah when so many others looked away, it stays with him. He has spent years surrounded by people who want something from him.
Money, power, influence.
But Lily, she wanted nothing. She gave without expecting a return. And that, Ethan realizes, is something rare, something he can't buy. As he climbs back into his SUV, Noah humming softly beside him, Ethan makes a decision. He does not know how yet, but he is going to find a way to repay her. Not with money, not with charity, but with something that could change her life forever. The next morning, Lily wakes to the usual chaos of her life. The bar downstairs is still noisy. The leak in her ceiling has left a new stain, and her alarm clock is screaming at her to get to the market. She pulls on her worn jeans and the same apron from yesterday, her mind already on the day's work. The business card from the man at the market is still in her pocket, crumpled but intact. She glances at it as she grabs her keys, noticing the embossed name,
Ethan Caldwell.
The name does not ring a bell. She assumes he is just some well-dressed guy, maybe a lawyer or a doctor, grateful for her help with his son. She tucks the card into a drawer and heads out, her thoughts on apples and kale, not billionaires. At the market, Lily's stall is busier than usual. A group of tourists stops by, snapping photos of her fruit like it is some quaint attraction. She smiles through it, answering their questions, offering samples. But her mind keeps drifting to the boy from yesterday, his quiet intensity, the way he held that toy car like it was his lifeline. She wonders if he is okay, if his dad found a way to calm him down. She does not dwell on it long. There is too much to do. The market is her world, and she has learned to keep moving,
to keep smiling, no matter what.
Meanwhile, Ethan is in his office, a sprawling space with floor-to-ceiling windows and a view that could make anyone feel like they owned the world. But today, he is distracted.
His assistant, Clara,
is rattling off his scheduled meetings with investors, a call with Tokyo, a gala he is expected to attend. Ethan nods absently, his mind replaying the scene at the market. He can't shake the image of Lily kneeling beside Noah.
Her patience like a lifeline in a storm.
Clara notices his distraction and raises an eyebrow.
Everything okay, Mr. Caldwell? She asks. Ethan hesitates.
Then pulls up his laptop.
I need you to find someone, he says.
A girl, works at the market on 5th Street.
Sells fruit.
Young, maybe mid-20s. Brown hair, worn apron. Clara looks puzzled but jots it down.
Any name, she asks.
Ethan shakes his head. Just find her, Clara's efficient. And by lunchtime, she is back with a name.
Lily Harper.
Ethan learns she has been at the market for years, piecing together a living from odd jobs before that waitressing, cleaning houses, whatever paid the bills. No family, no college degree, just a stubborn determination to keep going. Ethan's intrigued, but it is more than that.
He is moved.
He has spent his life surrounded by people chasing wealth or status. But Lily's different. She is not chasing anything, she is just living.
Giving, surviving. He wants to know more. He needs to. That afternoon,
Ethan returns to the market.
This time alone.
Noah's with his therapist. And Ethan's driver is parked a block away to avoid attention. He spots Lily's stall from a distance. Her familiar figure arranging fruit with that same careful precision. He watches her for a moment. Unnoticed, struck again by her quiet grace. When he approaches, Lily looks up.
Startled. Oh hi, she says, recognizing him.
How's your son doing? Her concern is genuine. And it hits Ethan like a wave. Most people ask about Noah out of politeness. But Lily means it.
He is okay,
Ethan says, his voice softer than usual.
Thanks to you. Lily warfs it off. Embarrassed.
It was nothing,
she says.
Just glad he is all right.
Ethan wants to say more.
To tell her how much her kindness meant. But he is not used to this being vulnerable.
Being real.
Instead, he buys a bag of apples. Lingering longer than necessary. He notices the way her hands tremble slightly as she counts change. The way her smile does not quite hide the exhaustion in her eyes. He sees the life she is living hard.
Unrelenting, yet so still full of heart.
As he leaves, he makes a mental note. He is going to do something for her. Not because he owes her, but because he wants to. Because she deserves it. Back at his office, Ethan starts digging. He calls in favors, pulls strings. And within days, he has got a plan. Lily's life is about to change. But not in the way she expects. He learns she has been saving for years. Not for herself, but for a community center program that helps kids like Noah, kids who need extra care.
Extra patience.
It is a small dream, but it is hers, and it is enough to make Ethan's decision final. He is not just going to give her money, he is going to give her a future. He contacts his foundation, one of the many arms of his empire, and sets things in motion. Scholarships, job offers, a chance to build something lasting, whatever it takes to lift her out of the grind without stripping away her dignity. But there is a catch.
Ethan knows people like Lilliput.
Independent, wary of handouts. If he comes on too strong, she will push back. He needs to approach this carefully, to make it feel like an opportunity, not charity. So he decides to meet her again, this time with a proposal. He will offer her a job at his foundation, something tied to her passion for helping others. It is a start, but it is only the beginning. What Ethan does not realize is that Lily's not the only one whose life is about to change. As he plans his next move, something shifts inside him, a spark of hope, a flicker of warmth. For the first time in years, he feels like he is doing something that matters. Not for his company or his bank account, but for his soul.
Lillis des Blue Togeter.
Each one a repeat of the last. The market, the stall.
The endless hustle.
But lately, there is a difference. She has noticed the man Ethan coming by more often. He buys fruit he does not need. Lingers to chat about nothing in particular. She is not sure what to make of it. He is polite, reserved. But there is something in his eyes, a weight she can't quite place. She assumes he is just grateful for what she did for his son. But there is more to it.
So meeting checkend sie jet.
One evening, as Lily's packing up her stall, Ethan appears again. This time, he is dressed less formally. His suit jacket gone. Sleeves rolled up. He looks almost human. Not like the polished stranger she first met.
Can he talk to you for a minute? He asks.
Lily nods, curious but cautious. They sit on a bench nearby, the market quieting as vendors close up. Ethan does not waste time. He tells her about his foundation, how they fund programs for kids with special needs, how they are looking for someone to help run a new initiative. Someone who understands people, he says, his eyes on hers.
Somione like you. Lily blinks, caught off guard. A job.
She has never worked in an office, never had a title. I do not know anything about that kind of work, she says, her voice small. Ethan smiles, not his CEO smile, but something real. You know more than you think,
He says.
You proved that with Noah. Lily's hesitant, but Ethan's persistent. He does not push too hard, just enough to make her consider it. He tells her about the program, a community center expansion, one that would help kids like Noah with therapy, activities, a safe place to be themselves. It is the kind of thing Lily's dreamed of supporting, but she never imagined she would be part of it. Ethan offers her a role,
Not as a desk worker.
but as someone who'd connect with families, who'd bring the kind of empathy she showed Noah. The pay is more than she has ever earned, and there is a scholarship attached, a chance to study,
To build a career. Lily's head spins. It sounds too good to be true.
and she has learned to be wary of things that sound like that. She tells Ethan she will think about it, and he nods, handing her a folder with details about the job. As he leaves, Lily sits alone, the folder unopened in her lap.
She is torn. Part of her wants to leap at the chance.
To escape the grind of the market. But another part, the part that is fought for everything she has, worries it is a handout.
A pity offer.
She does not want to be someone's charity case. She does not know Ethan's a billionaire. Does not know the weight of his name. To her, he is just a dad trying to do something nice. But the offer stays with her, nagging at her as she locks up her stall and heads home. Over the next few days, Lily wrestles with her decision. She talks to her friend Maria, who works at the diner across the street.
Marias blunt, no nonsense.
Take the job, Lily, she says, flipping a burger on the grill. You are killing yourself at that stall.
This is your shot.
But Lily's pride runs deep. She has always made her own way.
No matter how hard. Still,
The thought of helping kids like Noah, of building something bigger than herself, it is tempting. She pulls out Ethan's business card, finally Googling his name. Her jaw drops when she sees the results.
Ethan Keltwell, tech mogul.
Billionaire, one of the most powerful men in the country. She feels a mix of awe and unease. Why would someone like him care about someone like her? Ethan, meanwhile, is grappling with his own questions. Helping Lily is not just about repaying a debt, it is about something deeper. Something he is only starting to understand. He has spent years focused on success.
On numbers, on control.
But watching Lily with Noah, seeing her selflessness, has stirred something in him. He is starting to see the world through her eyes, a world where kindness matters more than power.
Wer a single moment can mean everything.
He is not just changing her life. She is changing his. He finds himself thinking about her smile, her strength, the way she carries her struggles without bitterness. It is unfamiliar territory for a man who has always kept people at arm's length. Lily finally agrees to meet Ethan again, this time at a small coffee shop near the market. She is nervous, clutching the folder he gave her. She has read every word, memorized the details of the job. It is real, not a handout, but a chance to make a difference. She takes a deep breath and tells him she is in.
Ethan's face lights up, a rare genuine smile.
You won't regret it, he says. And in that moment, as they sit across from each other, two people from opposite worlds, something shifts. It is not just about a job or a kind gesture anymore. It is about connection, about seeing each other in a way neither expected.
Lily feels a spark of hope.
A belief that maybe, just maybe, her life is about to change. And Ethan feels something he has not felt in years.
Purpose.
Lily's first day at the foundation is overwhelming. The office is a world away from the market, sleek, modern, filled with people who speak in acronyms and wear name badges. She feels out of place in her simple blouse and jeans. But Ethan's there, guiding her through the chaos. He introduces her to the team, explains her role. She will be working with families, helping them navigate the programs, making sure kids like Noah get what they need. It is daunting, but Lily's a quick learner. She listens, asks questions, and soon, she is finding her footing. The team is impressed by her warmth. Her ability to connect with people.
Parents who come in nervously smiling.
Kids who are shy open up to her. She is a natural, just as Ethan knew she would be. As weeks turn into months, Lily's life transforms. The job pays enough for her to move out of her dingy apartment into a small but cozy place of her own. She enrolls in night classes, studying social work, chasing the dream she thought she would buried. But it is not just about the money or the opportunity, it is about the impact. She sees it in the kids she helps, in the parents who thank her with tears in their eyes. She thinks of Noah often, wondering how he is doing, hoping he has found some peace. She does not see Ethan much, but when she does, there is a warmth between them.
Akvit understanding.
He is not just her boss.
He is become a friend.
Someone who sees her for who she is.
Ethan, too, is changing.
He is spending more time with Noah, learning to understand his son's world. He is less focused on boardroom battles, more focused on moments that matter. He visits the foundation often, watching Lily work, marveling at how she brings light to everyone around her. He is starting to realize that his feelings for her go beyond gratitude. It is not love, not yet, but it is something close, a deep respect, a longing to be part of her world. He is careful though. He knows the gap between them: wealth,
Status, experience.
He does not want to overwhelm her, does not want her to think he is using his power to sway her. One day, Ethan invites Lily to a foundation event.
A fundraiser for the community center.
It is a big night, filled with wealthy donors and flashy speeches. Lily's nervous, but she shines, talking to guests about the program with a passion that is contagious. Ethan watches her from across the room, his heart swelling.
When the night ends, he pulls her aside. You wäre incredible to nicht, he says.
Lily blushes, brushing it off. I just told the truth, she says. But Ethan shakes his head. You did more than that. You made people believe in something.
He pauses, then adds. You made me believe in the meeting. That night, as Lily walks home under the stars.
She feels a lightness she has not known in years. Her life is not perfect, she is still learning, still struggling with self-doubt, but it is hers.
And it is good. She thinks of Ethan, of his quiet support,
his belief in her. She does not know where their story will go,
but she is grateful for it, for him.
And Ethan, back in his penthouse, looks out over the city and feels the same. For the first time, he is not alone. He has found something money can't buy: a connection.
A purpose, a raison to hope.
The story does not end with a grand gesture or a fairy tale romance.
It ends with two people, changed by each other, carrying forward a simple truth.
Kindness is the greatest wealth of all. Lily's life is no longer defined by struggle, but by possibility. Ethan's no longer defined by loneliness, but by connection.
And Summe wäre.
In a small market stall or a gleaming office.
The world feels a little brichter because of it.
So, to everyone watching, remember this: keep nurturing kindness. It is the light that will lead you furthest. Believe in it, because sometimes, the most important person is watching quietly and they just might change your life.